Hello everyone, this hour on Verbling, the next in my Fluency Fundamentals class, a class all about the basic vocabulary you need in various topics. Today we're going to be working on air travel words. In this class, learn how to talk about flights, flying, and aviation. Learn how to take a trip, and even get a chance to play travel agent and send us off on our destination. All of that and more coming up in just a minute. But first, a little introduction about me. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. And by the way, if you click on that link in the Verbling chat window that says John Eric, Verbling teacher, you can go to my homepage, my profile page. You can follow me there to see all my upcoming group classes. And of course, you can book a private tutoring session with me. And in the private tutoring session, I will custom tailor a lesson or a package of lessons according to your needs. I just ask that you please send me a message first to the message window so that I can find time for you in my schedule. I'm quite booked at the moment, okay? So that's a little bit about me. Let's get started with the class. And let me just begin by outlining what we're going to do and what we're going to achieve. And here we go. Let's put it on the screen and I will give you the link. Okay, so now you can see the presentation. And I'll put it there in the chat window for you if you want to download it or see it close up. So we're going to be talking first. Actually, let me go forward here. What we're going to do is spend the first 10 to 15 minutes learning and reviewing certain vocabulary words. The next 10 to 15 minutes applying them in different situations, different kinds of exercises to get them into your memory. And then we're going to complete the class by doing a bit of speaking where you get to use them in a situation. We're going to do a little role play and we'll have a bit of a discussion as well. In the very end of class, we're going to reflect on what we've learned. If we don't run out of time, we'll do a short reflection and I'll ask you some of the new things that you've learned and we'll clear up any doubts that you've had as well. Okay, so we'll get started as soon as you're ready and you come on in. Air travel. We'll be talking about phases of travel or stages of travel, what we do during the departure stage. I'm going to ask you to put a set of words into sequence in the departure stage and talk me through it. We're going to talk about the flight itself. Maybe what you can do is take the role of a flight attendant and talk us through the in-flight talk, the one that they do before the plane takes off, where they describe what's going to happen. After that, we're going to learn a little bit about arrivals. What happens when you get to your destination? What do you have to do? What do they say to you? We'll work on those key words. Okay, and then in the next part, we're going to start with our, you're not able to get into class, Rebecca. Uh-oh, what is wrong? Uh-oh, what's happening? I can restart the Hangout. Is there no join button? If you can't get in, let me restart the Hangout. One moment. Oops. Give me just a minute to load the application. Okay, so Rebecca, it should be working now. Jair is already here, so it should be working. Did you have any trouble entering, Jair?
No, I have
No?
just entered and everything worked very well.
Okay, fine. So, yeah, it looks like it's working. Let me just get my name on the board. By the way, could you... What's happening with the Hangout? Oh, my Hangout's not working. Okay, yeah, something weird is going on. All my apps have disappeared.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know what's happening. I can't share my screen, nothing. Unbelievable. I might have to re-enter the Hangout because something's... My screen sharing's gone, everything's gone. All right, Jair and Jose, I want you to entertain everyone while I'm gone. Okay, I'll be just a moment. I'll be right back. And in the meantime, I've already put the link there for you if you want to open the link. Okay, I'll be right back.
Hello, Jose.
Hello,
Where are you from?
I'm from Spain. I live in Valencia. And you?
I am from Brazil. I live in
Okay.
the southeast in Santa Catarina state.
Okay.
Okay. Are you a fan of Valencia team in Spain?
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay. And how about Valencia now? Because Barcelona was the championship last weekend, right?
Yes. We are in the fourth position.
Okay.
The teacher is here.
Okay.
Hello, John.
One moment.
Okay.
Okay, looks like... Wow, yeah, my Hangout is not working at all. Okay, but you can all hear me, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yes.
All right, well, I can't share my screen with you, so
Yes.
today you're going to have to look at my big ugly face. All my apps are gone. I don't know what happened. So, I'll tell you what. If one of you feels particularly kind, you could maybe share the screen with the presentation if you feel like it. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to tell you where we are. Okay? Wow, this never happened before. Really weird. I'm going to open it right now, and we will get started.
Okay.
Give me just a second. Okay. Sorry. Whoop. Let me just get it open. Almost there. Okay. Can any of you actually, do you know how to do the screen sharing on your computers? In your Hangout, do you know the screen sharing app on the left side? Is that a no?
No, I don't see the left side.
Oh yeah, me too. You don't have it either, huh? No one has anything on the left side?
It's the first time that
Something's wrong with the Hangout.
yeah, something is wrong.
Hello, Eric. I think I have.
You do?
I know how to do it.
So listen,
Yes.
if one of you
like
if one of you could, if you're able to, see if you can screen share the presentation, because I'm not able to do it, and then I'll put it on the board. Oh, there you go. Good, good. Oh, that's me.
Are you okay?
I don't want to see myself.
Hi, teacher. Are you okay?
I'm all right.
If you
Can you hear me?
mm, mm, if you don't share your screen, I can help you.
Okay. So what you do is click on the air travel presentation first. Click on that. Good. And you're going to have to. I'm going to try to explain this. It's a little confusing, but all you have to do is drag that presentation into a new window. You can try this. If it doesn't work, forget it. But you can drag it to a new window. Just drag it until it detaches from the browser. And then when you screen share, you can screen share only that presentation. It's possible to choose what you're going to share. Okay, if you're able to do it, great. If you're not able to do it, don't worry, not a problem. Okay, so let's get started. We had a little delay because of a technical problem. Let's get started.
Okay.
All right, so open the link if you don't have it, and I want you to start on page slide 3, so you can see where we are.
Yes.
Okay, and what do you see on slide 3, everyone?
Air
Read
travel. Put the departure sequence in order.
sequence.
Sequence.
That's it. Excellent. So I've given you some key words on that page, and I want you to see if you can tell me the process you go through. I want you to reconstruct the process of the departure from the airport. By the way, tell me about that picture before we do anything else. What do you see in the picture? Jair, can you see the picture on slide 3?
Uh, uh, someone through the X-ray,
Yes.
and maybe there
Maybe what?
is a problem with the passing through the X, and we had a coin or metal, for instance,
Jair,
is exam.
we're losing you. You're cutting out. Okay, it's hard to hear you. Could you just re-enter the Hangout and let's see if we can fix the connection problem? Because your voice is cutting out a lot. Okay? All right. Thanks. Okay. So yes, everyone, today there's some problem with the Hangouts, at least in some parts of the
Yes.
world.
Yes.
So maybe Shinue is the lucky one. Your Hangout looks like it's working. Okay. So for the rest of you, I'm going to tell you what slide we're on because I can't actually show you on the screen, okay? So, Mr. Shinue, we couldn't hear Jair, but tell me about that picture on the left side of slide 3. What are they doing to the man? Where is he?
The man is checking. The man is doing a check-in.
He's doing a check-in. Okay, that's true. Tell me a little bit about, don't worry about the keywords just yet. Focus on the picture. What's he standing in front of? Do you know what we call that thing?
Can you repeat your question?
Sure. What's the passenger standing in front of? What's he standing? What's that U-shaped thing?
The passenger is standing in front of a policeman.
Well, he's standing next to the security guard. It's the security, not policeman, security, because it's the airport security. Okay, I agree with that. Sure. And Jair, earlier you said You called that thing that he had to pass through. What was the name of that thing you said?
I think it is a metal detector
Metal
or
detector.
X-ray. Yes, or
Not X-ray. Not X-ray.
Yeah. No, no
X-ray,
X-ray.
X-ray, no, John?
Not X-ray. It's
Slider's ray.
I'm just blanking on the word now. What do we call it? It is a metal detector. You're right. But there's another name for it too. I can't believe it. I'm blanking on the name. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah.
It'll come to me. Here, port. It's not a metal detector. It's pass through the something detector. It'll come to me. Give me a second. By the way, if you're just joining us right now, like I can't see your name, LJW. What's your name, please?
It's me, but I don't know why is that picture. It's Rebecca.
Oh, something is going very wrong today with our hangout. Rebecca, you don't.
Yes, but you know, I changed the computer. Now I came down to the kitchen and I'm using the computer from the kitchen because I wasn't able to get with my laptop.
Right,
And now this happens. I don't know why.
But that picture, where did it come from?
I have no idea. I just put my password. So no, sorry, I don't know what is that.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Today the hangouts are haunted. Okay. Anyway, if you're out there viewing, for some reason I'm not able to share my screen, so I can't show you the presentation. But I'll tell you what slide we're on. Open the second link, and you can see exactly where we are at all times. Okay. So, the word isn't. Give me a second here. Okay, maybe I know why I'm confused, because they've been replacing the metal detectors at the airports. So let's call that thing, Jair, instead of a metal detector, let's call it a scanner.
Scan.
We'll call it a scanner because you have these new devices since 9/11, which are body scanners. And I don't know if they're using X-rays per se, but they see through your clothes. I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but anyway, scanner. Go through the scanner. Sir, will you step through the scanner, please? They're full-body scanners. In the old days, it was only metal detectors. Now they might have a little bit of both, actually. The X-ray machine is in the picture too, but that's behind the policeman. Can you see that thing behind the policeman?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yes, sure.
So what do you have to do when you use that machine behind the policeman? What do they ask you to do?
They usually ask us to live in the X-ray, to pass through the X-ray coins, key, or some metal stuff.
Metal object.
Yes.
Exactly. So that's the X-ray. They'll go through. They want to look inside of your bags and things like that. Okay. So what else can we say? Baggage scanner. Yeah. Metal detector, baggage scanner, and body scanner. I guess those are all good ways to say it nowadays. Okay. Now that we got that, what I want you to do is use the keywords on slide 3 and put the departure sequence in order. You've got keywords like taxi, that should say taxi, not taxis, sorry. Taxi down the runway, start boarding, do a check-in, declare something, take off. You can add more words than this if you like, but you should try to use those words to talk about the departure sequence. Who's feeling brave? Who wants to walk us through the departure? Who's feeling brave? Go for it.
I can start. I can try starting. Okay. I was a little bit late to take a flight, so I called A taxi, and the taxi's down the runway.
Taxis is a
And
mistake. I wrote it wrong. It should say taxi down the runway as a verb. So,
okay,
not a
okay,
noun, not the car taxi, but the action of taxi, the action.
okay. The taxi down the runway,
Mhm.
and I arrived in time to do a check-in, and the attendant asked
Flight,
me to the
flight
flight
attendant.
attendant,
Okay.
yes, asked me to declare what I was carrying in my luggage,
Mhm.
and in that time I was a little bit nervous because it would take me 5 minutes to go from the the check-in to
Ah,
the boarding gate.
to
So
the gate. Yeah, to the
to the
gate.
gate, yes, and in 3 minutes the flight assistant should start asking us to board.
Mhm. Mhm. That's right. To board the plane. Good.
Yes, and in few minutes I was taken off to my hometown.
Okay. Okay. Taken off. Uh-oh. Wrong conjugation. That doesn't exist. Take,
Yes,
took, and what's the past participle? Take, took.
took.
Took is the past,
Yes,
and the
I
Okay.
past
was
participle.
Taken.
taking
Take.
off.
Okay. But you said I was taking off. Okay, taking off, right?
Yes, sure.
Okay, fine. Got it, got it. Okay, not a bad try. Now, there's only one mistake there, which is the way you use taxi down the runway. Taxi down the
Okay.
runway should come at the end of the departure, not at the beginning. So, someone help him out. How can we use taxi down the runway? By the way, let me just say a quick welcome to, of course, Carmen, who I missed when you came in. Hello, Carmen. And
Hi, John. Sorry for
hello.
being late.
No problem. We had trouble starting the hangout anyway, so I was late too. And Nesrin as well. Nice to see you again, Nesrin. How are you?
Thank you. Fine, and you?
Very good, very good. Now, I can't share the presentation for some reason, but just click the second link at the top of the Verbling chat window, okay? And you'll be able to, or I'll give it to you again right now. Click this link and you'll be able to see what we're doing, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Right now we're on slide 3 of the presentation. Okay, class. Jair did a great job, but I want someone to help him out with Taxi Down the Runway. That's got to come at the end of his story. Can anyone help out? What taxis down the runway and when?
I'm sorry. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
No problem. Anyone else want to give it a try? I'll give you a hint. Taxi down the runway is an action, and it's not something that you do. It's got nothing to do with driving a taxi. It's got something to do with a vehicle. Something to do with the airplane. Anyone? No? Really? Okay.
When
No one's
when
feeling
when
brave?
when when
What's
you
the
get
question?
out the taxi down the wrong way, no?
When you, sorry, so Jose,
When
repeat?
you get out to the taxi,
No, no, it's not a
no?
taxi like car.
Yes.
The question is
Ah,
this, Rebecca.
What?
What does the action? What thing does this action? Taxi down the runway.
the
Nothing to
plane,
do with the plane. You
the
got it.
plane,
Plane is
the plane.
the plane is flying.
No, the plane is
No, be,
taxiing
be, before
first.
before the plane is flying, the plane is running on the road.
Mm.
Exactly, the runway. So
When lands.
No, no, no. When it takes off and when it lands. Both. Both. So the act of driving on the
Ah, okay. It's not driving. Okay, as a car. It's driving a plane.
exactly, but we don't say driving, we say taxiing because you know what? Actually, I don't know why we say taxiing. To be very honest with you, I don't really know. But we taxi down the runway, and then, so Jair, in your story, you taxi down the runway, and then you're taking off at the very end. Okay? By the way, let me just say a quick hello to Anna Carolina, who's joining us right now. Hello, Anna Carolina. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Now, the Hangout, at least on my end, is broken. So, to see where we are, click on the link in the VerbLink chat window and go to slide number 3 right now. Okay? And you'll see a picture of a guy standing in front of a body scanner. And those are dogs. And standing in front of a body scanner. And Jair gave us the sequence in order. And Jose gave us taxi down the runway. By the way, what's the security officer doing to the man in the picture? Do you know what we call that?
You are checking.
The security officer is not doing a check-in.
The
What's he
name
doing with his hands?
of the security office.
No, what's the action that he's doing?
Ah, the action doing a check-in.
Not a check-in, no. The security officer? Not doing a check-in, no.
Maybe he is inspected.
Good. That's the
touching? Touching?
Almost. Almost. You're absolutely right. The meaning, the concept is he's inspecting the person for whatever. Suspicious things. The action we say, if you really want to know, is he's patting the man down. That's the action of searching with your hands like that. He's patting him down. So that's how they do the search at the airport. You have to pat someone down. And it is part of the check-in, Shinwei. You're absolutely right. It's part of the check-in. So now you know what that's called, patting someone down. Take a look at slide 4. Now let's move on to the second phase. Now we're up in the air. I'd like one of you brave students to talk us through what happens on the flight itself. Now what I've done is given you verbs at the bottom of the screen that have a black border, and the colored expressions are the second half of the sentence. So you have to link the verb to the sentence. So the black and white to the colored phrase. Okay? And then we're going to try to put them in order afterwards. So let's just go through the verbs and see what they connect with. To fasten. Oh, that one's easy, right? And Kevin, what do you think? What connects with to fasten in those colored expressions on page 4? Oh, you know what, Anna Carolina? Do you see where we are on slide 4?
Yes, but are you asking for who? to fasten your seat in the upright position. To fasten your seat belts.
Your seat belts. Very good. Yes. So we have to use a different verb for seats in the upright position. Okay.
Yes, I know. Sorry.
That's it. That's it. Very good. Nesreen, we did fasten. What about to cruise? What does that hook up with? What can we link it with? To cruise. What do you think?
Cruise. Cruise. Cruise very the cruise ne düşünüyorsun?
What do you think? Now remember, we're always talking about planes and flights.
Important planes.
Remember, we're matching. Match the colored expressions on slide 4. Are you on slide 4, Nesreen? Are you on page 4?
No.
Go to page 4.
No, page 4.
No?
No.
Nazreen?
No.
Click on this link in the chat window. Click on that
Okay.
link. Okay?
Okay. Click. Maybe.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, go to page 4. Page 4. Okay?
Where is page 4? Where is?
Page 4 is correct. Page 4. What do you see on page 4, Nazreen? What do you see?
Let's see. Sorry.
Not possible?
Yeah. Impossible.
Uh-oh. Sorry. Today I cannot show
Okay.
you the presentation. Today I cannot show it to you.
Okay.
Because the Hangout is broken. But follow the class, okay? And click on that link and we'll try to get you to the right page. So, Tanya, look at page 4. Tell me what you see at the top of the page, Tanya.
The top of the page. Air travel.
What do you see? Yeah? And what's the headline after that?
Talk us through the flight.
That's it. Talk us through the flight. So that means explain something about the flight. Okay? So Nazreen, you'll see this on page 4.
Sorry, no page.
Okay, keep trying. Keep trying. Sorry, I can't help today. I'm not able to show my screen. So Tanya, the next verb is to cruise. What does that match with? To cruise.
I believe that is to cruise at an altitude of 35,000 feet. That's it.
Cruise. So what is cruising in this case? You're right. What is cruising?
What is?
What is cruising?
Oh my God, teacher! I know, but I don't know explain in English. Maybe when you the airplane to stay.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
To stay in the same speed and altitude.
Exactly, that's it. So, to cruise in this case means to maintain the speed and altitude, like this. Okay? To cruise. So you're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
And let's see. And Mr. Jose, what do you think about what can we use to put?
Put is not it's not difficult. Put your seats in the put your seat belts.
Try again. The first one was right.
Okay. Put your seats in the upright position.
Exactly. And on the bottom left side of page 4, you can see the seats in the upright position. Right?
Yeah.
Because you can also put the seats back.
Okay.
So upright and back.
Okay.
There's my acting skills. What do you think? Good?
When you are sleeping back.
When you're sleeping, you want to put it back.
To put it back.
Exactly. Okay, very good, very good. So, what do you think, Mr. Carmen? No, Mr. Carmen.
No, Mr.
I meant to say Ms. I don't know what's going on with me. Ms. To come round. To come round. What does that match with?
To come round.
This one's tricky.
Could it be to come round the cabin crew for assistance?
To come round the cabin crew. Try again.
That means that's not the right one. Okay.
You could use it if you change the sentence a lot. You could use it with that, but I think there's a better match.
Come round.
Or I might have made a mistake. Let's see. Because I
come round with. I think it's come round with landing carts.
You got it. You got it. Now let's see if we can use the thing you said before. Who's going to come around with landing cards? Who is?
That's the passengers.
No. What you said before. The cabin crew, the flight attendants.
Oh, cabin crew. Okay.
Right? The flight attendants will come around. The cabin crew will come around with landing cards, and you have to fill them out. Okay, Mr. Shinue, to remind. What do you think that links up with? To remind. What do you think?
Remind the passengers to secure their own masks before.
Before what? When do you need the mask?
In the airplane, there's no too much fresh air.
True. And so what happens when you need the mask?
The plane fall down.
Almost. I say this because I took this from, you know, at the beginning of the flight when you have the flight attendant doing this little dance, right? So I took that from
Vibration.
So what happens when the masks come down? Yes, it might happen if the plane is falling, but not necessarily. Do you know what triggers the mask to come down?
Pressurized.
Exactly. Right. They always say, in the event, who knows what the event is? In the event of a loss of pressure, right? So you can take a look. Yeah, 1 second. I'm going to write exactly what they say. In the event of a loss of pressure, they always say that your mask or your oxygen mask, I don't know what they call it, oxygen mask, will release from the ceiling. Something like this. Whoops. Let me fix my typos before I put this in the chat window. 1 second. Will release from the ceiling. Okay, and then that sentence you see on page 4 is because they always say in that safety demonstration, we remind passengers to secure their own masks before helping their children or other passengers. They always say that because if there's a loss of pressure and the oxygen rushes out of the airplane, you're going to pass out, and then you can't help anyone. So you have to get the oxygen mask on first. By the way, has anyone ever been in a plane where the oxygen mask actually released? Have any of you been on a flight?
No.
Yeah?
No, with the oxygen mask release, the plane has a problem.
Yeah.
I was on a flight where I won't mention the airline, Ryanair. I won't mention the airline.
Because I use Ryanair every summer and nothing happens to me. So don't start like that.
I won't mention what airline it was. I'll just say it was a very inexpensive airline where, no, the oxygen mask didn't release. There was no problem. But it was the craziest thing. We couldn't hear the air conditioning, and my skin got really, really dry, and I had to keep drinking water. Like, I kept drinking water over and over again, and I realized that they must have had, I don't know, the air conditioning off or something like that. There was air, we could breathe, but the air got really, really dry, and it was really just, I've never had anything like that happen. So
I like at the end of the journey when they say da-da-da-dan, da-da, they start clapping hands. Wee, da-da.
Yes. And Carolina, question?
No, I asked you if you could type the answers.
Sorry. It's going to take too long, but I'll tell you what I can do. I can give you the answers afterwards because I can update the PDF, so I can do that at the end. But I think, yeah, you're right. I don't have answers to everything. I have answers to the exercises, but I can update this PDF later and match them up for you because it's going to take a long time to write. But I can go over them. There was only one we missed, which is to ask. So, last one. What matches with to ask? By the way, you've got some extra answers there that don't match up with anything. For you, Anna Carolina, tell us. To ask what?
Okay. To ask the cabin crew for assistance.
Exactly. And do you know when they say that? During the little safety demonstration? It sometimes is not, I guess it's not during the safety demonstration, but it's usually before the plane takes off. Do you know when they say that?
No.
It's usually when they're talking about the seatbelt. They'll say, if you they'll say general, but they'll usually say, if you have any trouble, you must, when the turbulence sign is on, you must be in your seat, fasten your seatbelt. Be sure to ask the cabin crew for assistance if you're having trouble, whatever. So it's usually when after the safety demonstration, I guess when the captain speaks or you can press a little button, things like that. One last thing for new few keywords which are in color, and you've got a few verbs which are not. So what I want you to do is, just like the departure, I want you to talk me through the arrival stage of the flight. If you can, try to match a verb with a keyword. You've got customs, the terminal building, baggage reclaim or baggage claim, and I've even got car rental down there, and you've got some verbs: to land, to halt, to get off, to hire. Okay? So give it a try. There's more than one way that you can talk about the arrival. Who wants it? Who wants to start? You do, Tanya? Excellent. Very good. Thank you for volunteering.
Oh, God.
Very good, very good. Thank you for volunteering, Tanya. Okay. So take a look at...
Hi, teacher.
You can talk about all those things as a process, or you can just try to match up one verb and one colored keyword, or you can say anything you want. I want to just hear a little bit of language, okay? So give us some part of the arrival process using keywords on that page.
Let me see here.
What do you think?
I needed to invent a history, something like that, about the arrival.
You don't have to. You can if you want to, but no, you don't have to. I just want you to use one or more keywords in a sentence about the arrival process. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here.
Can I give you an example?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick to land. Okay, and then I'm gonna add a word that's not on the screen. After landing, you have to pass through that special place where you have to make declarations after landing. What place am I talking about? What do you have to pass through before you enter the airport? So you leave the plane after landing and you pass through what?
How can I say?
Portuguese, it's alfândegas.
Yes, I don't know the name in English. Inspection. I don't know.
It's on the screen.
Say again?
It's on the screen.
It is on the screen, yes.
I don't know the name in English, teacher.
Alfândegas.
No, I know the name in Portuguese, but I don't know in English. maybe I don't know.
So, but which of those colored expressions fits? What do you think? Help her out, class.
Customs.
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 Right.
Customs.
Excellent, excellent. So all you have to do is make one statement using one of the key words. You have to pass through customs after landing. Right? You have to pass through customs after landing. Jair, pick another one. Anyone you like. Tell me something else about the arrival stage.
Okay. When we landing in the New York airport, your baggage.
Not when we landing. When we land. Not when we landing, but when we land.
Okay. When we land in New York airport,
right.
If you have any problem with your baggage, you can reclaim.
I see what you're doing.
In the airlines.
You're thinking reclamar in Portuguese.
But it's different.
Yes, it is. Yes.
It's a little different.
Yes.
Here, reclaim means. You're right, Anna Carolina. Reclamar is complain, but in English, reclaim. What is that? In the airport, what is the baggage? By the way, in American English, we usually say baggage claim. In British English, baggage reclaim. So what part of the airport is that?
Where you take your baggage.
Exactly. Where you pick up your baggage, or where you pick up your luggage. Okay? So it's good.
Okay.
It's good because now you've got two words for the price of one. You've got complain, reclamar, and you've got baggage claim, right? And I don't even know the word in Portuguese for baggage claim. I guess they say bagagem. I don't know, but that's it. You can pick up your baggage. Okay. What about the terminal building? Who wants that one? See if you can use that in a sentence. The terminal building.
Terminal building.
Mm-hmm. Anyone want it? Going once? Going twice? No one? No one's brave today? Ooh. Say again?
Get off it, the terminal building? No?
You're on your way, yeah. When?
When?
You got the right idea. When? Yeah, at what part?
When you...
At what stage of the arrival or flight?
When you arrive, my gosh.
That's basically it. When you arrive, you have to. So between, and Carolina, let's say it like this: between customs and baggage reclaim, you're probably going to pass through the terminal or the terminal building. So we can start to put these stages in order. First, you land, you go through customs, you'll pass through the terminal or terminal building, and you'll go to the baggage claim or baggage reclaim. So we can put those in order like that. So the terminal is where you enter the airport from the airplane. And the gate is where you leave. Remember earlier we saw gate. Okay? So terminal and gate. And that's it.
Terminal building is where you wait for your flight?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. That's right. And it's also where you're going to arrive after the flight. You'll be in Terminal A. They divide the airport into different zones with different terminals. So that's it. Okay. Yeah, I think so. All right. Now what I'd like you to do, what I'm going to try to do here is on the next few page exercises, there's a few typos there. I have to fix that later. I was doing this really quickly this morning. So on the next few pages, I gave you a few exercises with the answers on the last page. So to get a little bit more practice, on slide 6, on slide 7, and on slide 8 especially, you can test your knowledge of the key words. After class, I'm going to clean up a few mistakes, so I'll fix it, okay? But what I want you to do is go to slide 9.
Teacher,
Yes.
before you go to the slide 9, I don't know what means the to halt, hire, and get off. Could you explain to me, please?
To get off means to exit. Right, teacher?
That's it. What we get off what? We get off the
airplane.
We get off the plane.
Okay.
Exactly. We get off the airplane.
Okay, thank you.
So, to look at slide 9. Go ahead. Question?
And to how to teacher.
And
I
to
guess
hire,
it means
yeah?
to stop.
No, hire.
No, how.
That means to stop.
Oh, we missed that one. Sorry. Yeah. That's right. So, repeat that again, Carmen. You said it means to
stop. When the plane stops.
I said.
Good. So, can you use that in a sentence, talking about landing or arriving, Carmen?
After landing, the plane at last halted in the ground.
Mm-hmm. Very close. We would actually say it like
On
this.
the ground.
No, that's not the problem. We have a special expression. The plane comes to a halt.
A halt, that's it. Mm-hmm.
We usually say comes to a halt. And
it's like it stops moving.
Yeah. Now, by the way, thank you for reminding me because I had moved on to another slide and I forgot we didn't do that one. So the context for that is they will say remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the plane comes to a halt.
Okay.
Because for insurance reasons, you know, they can't have you, anything could happen until the plane is stopped. So you have to be in your seatbelt the whole time. Okay? Very good. And the other one I missed was to hire. What do you think we're hiring? When you get to the airport, what can you hire at the airport?
A car.
You can hire a car. In American English, we tend to say rent, but in British English, we say hire. They mean the same thing here. To rent a car, to hire a car. Right? So I want you to jump ahead to slide 9, and I want you to discuss a few things before we end class and use some of this vocabulary. Think about the whole experience of flying, from check-in to the time you leave the airport at your destination, and answer these questions. If possible, and I believe it will be possible, I want you to discuss your answers with someone else, perhaps with me, perhaps with Carmen, perhaps with Tanya. Let's discuss these answers together. Okay? What is the most interesting part and what is the most boring for you in your experience? Speak at will, randomly. Jair, you have your hand up? Very good.
Yes. Okay. Thanks. For me, the interesting part is when I am flying in the air, right?
Yeah.
I like to see the clouds and the sightseeing.
You're not scared to death?
No, I like that. And the most boring part is when I have to wait for a long time before I take the flight.
Ah, right. Sometimes the airplane is like on hold. You're inside the airplane and they put it on hold. And there was an airline, I won't mention which one.
That's not true.
This is true. This is absolutely true. You can look it up. There was a flight like 2 weeks before the last time I flew, where they had a passenger called the police airport because they wouldn't let people leave the airplane for after 6 hours. They had to call the police, and the police had to make them open the airplane because they got put on hold and they were demanding that the passengers stay there. True story. There was an even worse one in Germany, but here it was like 6 hours. I don't really understand. They didn't want to let them go back to the terminal, so they shut the doors. And they still took off the next day, but they got delayed because there was some thing about the air, whatever. I don't remember what it was. True story, though. True story. So that is a very boring part, especially when you're on the airplane and you're waiting and waiting and waiting. True story, by the way. How often do you have delays when you fly? For those of you who fly regularly, how often do you have delays? Anyone? For those of you who fly regularly.
Mm,
No, I don't
no,
fly
I don't
in
fly.
No one flies. Okay.
Eric, I usually fly a lot in Brazil,
Okay.
and yes, 2 times per month there are delays in flight here. I usually fly 4 or 5 times per month, and almost half of the flights are usually delayed. Maybe I'm not a lucky guy, but
Maybe.
the airport, yes, but at the airports that I take flights, it's usually
Right.
delayed.
Well, you're a lucky guy because you're here talking to us, so you've always survived.
Yes, yes.
So you're definitely lucky. What was the other question I was going to ask? And Carolina, is there any part that frightens or worries you about the flights?
No, I love fly. Just when they call the fly off.
When they
It's
take off?
no, they call off. They cancel.
Oh, when they cancel. Oh, I see.
When
I
it is
see.
overbooked, and because sometimes they send us to another place and they put us in a hotel
Has
and
that happened to you? They've had to put you up in a hotel?
yes, uh-huh. I I had to stay 3 days in
Really?
Miami, really, in Miami in a hotel because my flight was overbooked.
How does that happen? I don't really understand how that happens. How do if you booked a ticket, were you on standby or something? How did it get overbooked? Like
Yes,
two travel agencies booked the same
uh-huh.
seats or something?
I cannot understand it, but they go ahead, Carmen. Would you like to say something?
Eh?
Uh, you are saying something? Go ahead.
No, no, I just wanted you to explain it to me because I don't understand it. If you buy a ticket, how can it be
Yeah.
overbooked? You have already bought
Yeah.
it.
I know it happens, but I don't understand
Yeah.
how it happens.
I was
Uh,
explaining.
it's
I
crazy.
don't know. I don't know either. But they told us, you know, and then they gave me some vouchers, and
Right.
they paid for the hotel, and I had to stay more 3 days there. And
Yeah, but
once
you get to.
they were offering money. Not this time. This time I had no option. But in another time, they were offering. Oh my gosh, were offering to the passengers. Who would
Mhm.
like to stay one more day? We are going to pay the hotel, give you one $1,000 in discounts in another tickets
Really?
and vouchers for the meal to postpone your flight.
Cool.
That's the least they
No,
can do.
no, it's not cool because sometimes you have to go back. You know, it's not fair in my opinion. It's not as cool as it appears.
It depends on where you get stuck, I guess. If you're in Miami, it's not such a bad place. Maybe. I don't know.
I was there, and I had to stay more 3 days. But they didn't give me money, just the vouchers,
Right.
and I had to pay more because the meals were more expensive than the vouchers, and I
Oh
had
God.
to rent a car because the hotel was far away from everything. But I
Oh.
stayed 3 days for free, and you know, and they pay for part of my meal,
Oh.
and they pay for the hotel.
How
It's
awful.
something. It's something at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Did you
All right.
sue? Did you sue the company? You need to sue the
Yes,
company.
Yeah.
I did it, and they
Yeah.
have to pay me 10,000 reals, not dollars,
Yeah.
$3,000, just $3,000. That's it. And in my
Okay.
opinion, it's too little
Yes, I agree with you because the company gains a
because
lot.
I spent yes, and I spent much more there
Yeah.
than
Mhm.
than $3,000. Just one meal in the Hard Rock Cafe was 300. So
Yeah.
they should pay me at least $10,000, not real.
Uh-huh.
But did they give you an explanation about that? I mean, did they tell you why that happened? Because that's very usual.
They told
Or
me
was
that the flight was overbooked.
and that's it.
Yes, and I had two options: go to New York or Miami, or stay in Miami. And it was very cold. I had no warm clothes to go to New York, so I told them
Okay.
no, I will stay right here in Miami because I would have to buy a lot of clothes, and I was imagining arriving there and freezing
Yeah.
in New York.
Well, I remember one quick story before we go. I remember I had family come to visit me, and when they came here, they had to stay here with because there was a volcano that erupted in Iceland, and
Yes, I remember that. A few years back, I remember that. Yeah.
and uh, and so I had family here that had to stay for an extra week,
Mhm.
and pay for a hotel and do things. So many things can happen to get you grounded.
Yeah.
Overbooking, I just don't get it, but I know it happens.
Yeah, it can happen.
Listen, I'm really sorry. We're a bit over time. We have to stop.
It
Uh,
happened to me
Okay.
twice.
Yeah.
yes,
Now
yes.
we know. Now we know. It can happen too.
We're going to stop here. I'm going to update that presentation. Okay, so I'll
Okay.
give you some answers, and then there's a few mistakes I made. I'll fix that. Try the little exercises on your own. You can correct your answers on the last page. That's like 6, 7, and 8, I believe. And send me your questions and comments through the Verbling message system if you have any. Okay, and I'll be back tomorrow for a very interesting article. We're going to read a news article on a new lie detector test. Lots and lots of vocabulary, and our business class will be in the second hour at 11 GMT. We'll be
All right.
completing our unit on the customer service. Okay? Bye for now, everyone.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Bye
Don't
Bye
bye.
be,
bye.
Take
don't
care
be.
all. Bye bye.
Could you possibly send me the answers?
I'm going to update the presentation, so you'll see it there in just a moment.
All
Okay?
right. You will send it through my message.
Yes, I can send it to you. No problem.
Thank you, Abans. To
Okay.
tomorrow.
Bye bye. See you.
Bye.